Carmelo doesn't miss, and that was true tonight. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling for your next NXT Premium live event review. It was the NXT, the Great American Bash, and somebody needs to give Donny T a phone because this one wasn't so great.
It wasn't so great, guys. The Great American Bash, WCW, WWE back in the day. This one just fell flat for me. I just did not care. I mean, like you said in previous vids, decent builds, just...
I didn't really care going in, and I didn't really care going out.
I care about the segments on NXT, not the matches. Even though literally everyone who won tonight, I'm glad they won. So you should like that, but to me it just felt like an NXT episode with no segments.
Yeah, I don't really like the NXT live premium events. I don't think they do them that well. They're always, I like how they're short, but they always seem to be like short at the expense of backstage segments and promos, and it's just match after match after match. I like it when matches are separated with segments, and watching TNA, I think you get, even at Bound for Glory, you feel that way every time that you get a match. You go backstage, you get a backstage promo, you get an interview. We didn't get this. We just got match after match after match after match. So, you know, let's start with match one. Tony D, Stacks, the family.
The family. The right family won. The only family that had to win. I don't care about the Gallus boys.
Gallus boys are no longer on top.
What's the one that does all the talking?
Joe Goffrey.
Why can't he wrestle?
I think he was in...
You would think the two brothers would wrestle and Wolfgang would be the mouthpiece.
Or even Wolfgang would be the individual guy.
Where the fuck have we plucked the name Wolfgang from?
Well, he is the bigger guy, so I mean, I'm surprised.
The bigger guy.
McMahon's not like, push the big man.
He's fucking 5'11".
He's bigger than that, mate.
He's 6'1" at best.
He is 6'1". I've actually met Wolfgang. He's alright guy.
Can't be pish.
Well, hey. He might be pish, but you know what? He's a pretty big dude there. Well, I mean big, nah, you're right. He's not that big.
He's the same height as you, you dick.
I know, you need a microscope out to fucking see him. Anyway.
Bigger, Wolfgang or Jericho, hit me with it. Or Devon's fucking sweaty black back.
Tell you what, Devon, I slapped Devon in the back at TNA, man, and my hand was drenched in sweat, like it was weird.
Right,
no, Devon's back's like the size of Titanic. I never realised it until I was up close and personal with the big man. Anyway, let's...
So if Devon hit the iceberg, they'd all be alive?
Fuck aye. They should have just... See if Devon was on the ship, see if they just threw Devon out head first. But nobody does the diving headbutt off the top rope into the person's groin.
A blade job,
see if he just done the diving headbutt into the iceberg. The iceberg would have disintegrated.
Get down.
Break the iceberg. Anyway, get the icebergs. Get the match review going here. We get the family winning. Tony D and Stacks win. Finally, we get some gold on the family. And I just hope that they add more members to this family. I liked what they were doing previously. I think this stuff kind of peaked though. Now, don't get me wrong. I think the jail stuff's been very... I mean, for a wrestling story, like, we don't really get much nowadays. They've actually went outside. They've done stuff. They've had Stacks like kidnapping Coffrey, stick him in the car. They've actually had segments with Tony D in prison, visitation. You can't deny that they've done a good job with this storyline. I think they have.
No, absolutely. What I would like though, like you said, add a few more members, have Stacks and the other guy hold the belts, and Tony D go for the main belt and win it and fucking dominate NXT.
Stacks is the underboss. He is like, he's supposed to be like this high ranking member of the family, but there's no one below him to be in charge of.
Apart from the people that was at the wee...
They don't count.
I know, they're literal family.
Yeah, so for me, I think it'd be good even if they just added like a bunch of members. Even if you tune in next time out and they've got like 3 or 4 members.
Yeah.
I think that would be good. I mean, we've seen the Bloodline last for forever and they had 5 members, so why can't the family add some to them? But yeah, we'll see what happens. Will Gallus boys get a rematch? Who knows? We moved on then to Roxanne Perez versus Blair Davenport. Again, I've seen people compare the shopping market brawl to Austin Booker T, and it's just not. Austin Booker T was comedy. The things that they did, the dialogue, the action scenes, the way you had like Booker T hearing Austin on the PA system, Austin saying that he's going to deliver a whoop ass in aisle 12 and all that stuff. Then you get Booker T spotting a bald guy thinking it's Austin, beating him up. It's not Austin. I mean, then we get the fight, get Booker T getting covered in flour, Booker T getting his ass whooped. Then he throws Austin into the fridge. Austin comes out the other side drinking the milk.
Price check on a jackass.
Yeah, I know. How good was that?
Yeah, 22 years ago, like, and you remember it like that.
And you know what?
I can't remember what happened last week in that one.
I mean, I appreciate them trying something different, but it was just a brawl in a supermarket. Nothing funny about it. And like you said, 22 years ago, we can remember a lot of stuff that happened in that Booker T Austin. You can't really... What memorable thing happened in this brawl last week? Name me one, like, memorable spot. Name me the one, like, piece of dialogue. Name me something that stuck out. Nothing?
No, I mean, the angle of his security camera was... I mean, I'm not going to remember that next week, like, but, I mean, the police turning up, I guess that was different for Booker T and Austin.
Here, even before they get to the supermarket, you've got Austin fucking chasing them through the church. How great was that?
Yeah, and then the whole fireman stuff as well. I mean, I know it was weeks before, or the show before, but still epic.
Anyway, let's get into the match. Roxanne Perez has a weird-looking family.
The kid is, I don't know, I mean, I don't want to bury a kid, like, but their acting wasn't exactly top-notch, was it? They're just standing there.
Blair Davenport is, like, trying to, like, confront her, intimidate her, and she's, like, half laughing, half crying. Looked really poor.
It did. And we live in a day and age, like, where you get pretty good kid actors. I'm not saying this is a kid, it literally is probably her sister or something, so, but, see, for me, if they can't remotely act, do not get them out there.
The problem is, though, I mean, kayfabe's dead. I feel... I know, but if this happened, like, 25 years ago, this wee girl would, like, probably legitimately think, fuck, my sister's getting beat up here.
You look at Dominic, though. Seen that at Rent, he sold it. He was, like, 4 years old.
Dominic's in the business. He's a professional. He's got experience.
He probably thought the fucking Eddie might be my dad.
So I'm assuming it was her mom and sister. Or was it her mum and auntie? Or maybe it was her sister and older sister. And I don't know.
It wasn't her mum and auntie. Like,
but
it was about 9-year-old.
It was weird because, like, after the match, they disappeared. So I don't know if they were only out there to...
Lock me in the crossface and hold me tight.
Oh, don't let Benoit adopt them or it'll be all over. Anyway, Roxanne Perez beats Blair Davenport, pop rocks onto the steel chairs. You know what? This pop rocks move, it's alright for a wee person. I feel like she performs it. I think if you're small like Roxanne Perez, realistically, you need to have a move that you can do on everybody.
Well, I will say, I don't think this feud, or these two warrant a fucking pay-per-view match with no title on the line.
Yeah, I mean, surely there could have been something better at stake. Or something, I don't know.
Well, that's just my opinion. I feel like we literally got Seth Rollins on NXT against Braun Breaker for the fucking world title. And yet this takes place at a pay-per-view? Play the game.
Play the game, man. Anyway, Roxanne Perez wins, and as I was saying, I think it's good to have a finisher that you can hit on anybody.
Yeah.
See these people that have finishers, but as soon as they're wrestling anyone who's like a wee bit bigger than them, they're fucked.
Styles clash.
It's like, see if AJ Styles is facing Big Show. How does he win?
Phenomenal forearm.
That's shite though. That's when you could tell AJ Styles was slowing down when he went to the phenomenal forearm. Boring move, don't get me wrong. I mean, 50% of people could never dream of pulling it off.
I think in later years though, the Styles clash like pish. It looked very slow, and TNA was fucking nailing it. Like, he did it from the rafters.
What about the spinal tap?
Oh, that's alright too. Like,
what about the springboard 450 splash?
When's the last time he did half this stuff?
He did it in his early days in WWE when he first joined.
Yeah, which is about 8 years ago.
He was doing it to put away Big Match John. Guess he doesn't need it now to win mid-card feuds against fucking Karrion Kross, but whatever. A normal forearm would beat Karrion Kross. Anyway, Roxanne Perez beat Blair Davenport.
Time dunes are running it.
Yeah, we move on to the next one. I've seen a lot of people compare this guy. They're saying, oh, he's the next Angle. He reminds me so much of Kurt Angle. They need to turn him heel. I'm not seeing it. Gable Stevenson versus Baron Corbin. It's a guy that won a gold medal. You can't compare everybody who's an amateur wrestler and won a gold medal to Kurt Angle.
Why are they getting this guy even in, for fuck's sake? To me, it just devalues Kurt. Like, Kurt is like the Olympic gold medalist. That should just stay that way.
Do you remember when Angle cut his first promo? You'd think the guy was in wrestling forever. This guy cut his first promo the other night on NXT and it was garbage.
Just repeat it the same. Oh, thank you guys.
Stuttering his way through, didn't even know his name.
I'm an American.
I won a gold medal. I mean, like, what the hell? No, I don't see why people like this guy.
I also like ketchup on my fries.
Yeah. He goes to a count out with Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin's supposed to get sent down to NXT to get, rebuilt. He can't even beat this guy. I don't get why they just didn't have this guy lose.
Yeah, it's not like losing to Corbin makes this guy shite. Like, no, mate, this guy can't lose to Corbin, but, like, Grayson Waller and LA Knight can't fucking buy a win.
It doesn't make any sense, does it? I see like at Grayson Waller and LA Knight, I see two people that should be fucking champs.
See on SmackDown, right? Jey Uso beats Grayson Waller, and I'm not saying by any means Grayson Waller should beat Jey Uso clean, but the bloodline were out at ringside. Why can't he win via roll-up? That does wonders for him.
I know, but I mean, if anyone's going to believe Jey Uso has a chance, then he has to win, does he not?
No.
Can't have Jey Uso. Well, you can't have Jey Uso losing to Grayson Waller before he faces Roman Reigns.
Yeah, but what, the ref can't go down Samoan Spike, Spear, and then Grayson Waller gets put on top of him, 1, 2, 3, something like that?
I don't know. I wouldn't really want to see it.
Yeah, but I would have a problem as much with Grayson Waller losing to Jey Uso. It's the fact he hasn't won on the main roster. He lost the Edge. Which I'm not saying is horrendous. Right?
I can understand the Edge one, because that kind of like, that was, here, let's showcase you, mate. Let's see what you've got. Losing to Edge doesn't hurt you, but he fucking lost everybody since.
Yeah, but he's in a mini feud against The Rock, who's not even there.
Even when he's in Fatal 4-Way matches.
He's calling it The Rock. What chance is this guy?
Well, apparently The Rock's coming back for SummerSlam, which I'll fucking think's great if it does happen. He could have, they're saying up to a 5-minute match. Now, if that's true...
What's the fucking point?
Fuck, I'll take it.
I'll take it, but he can't even beat Jey Uso, who's like a 10 for The Rock.
But even when they had that Fatal 4-Way match cut like last month, he took the pin. And that match had like Pete Dunne in it. Fuck. Santos Escobar. I know you could argue Santos Escobar's going on to get a shot at the title, but I mean, come on.
But what are people like, oh, it's all McMahon. McMahon buries people for years. Fucking, what's Triple H doing? Look at all these promising people for NXT over the past year.
Johnny Gargano.
Breaker. Aye, him. Him, Ciampa, Breaker, Waller, LA Knight. They have been... I mean, I don't like Gargano and Ciampa. They can stay fucking twiddling their thumbs if they want. But the other three...
I prefer Ciampa over Gargano.
I like Big Cheese.
I think Big Cheese has a bit of a look to him. Anyway, let's talk about this match. It ended in a DQ. I've noticed that we've brought up literally everything else but these matches for the first 3 matches. Let's try and keep it on track here for the last 3.
Let's go.
Up next, we had the NXT North American Championship. I fucking hate Rhea Ripley. I mean, she got involved in this match, I don't know how many times, took Wes Lee out. Wes Lee's scared at ringside. Wes Lee's literally running away from Rhea Ripley. He's ducking underneath her. He's jumping into the crowd to avoid her. And then in the end, she just pulls him out the ring like a fucking, like a sack of meat and hits the riptide through the announce table.
Yeah, it's just...
And then it looks like Mustafa Ali's going to win. He climbs the top rope. He hits his finisher. 1, 2. Rhea Ripley pulls him out and then throws him into the barricade. Dom hits a frog splash. 1, 2, 3. Just...
There's no payoff to this, though. No one's going to get offense in Rhea Ripley. Like, what's going to take one person to crack but not the other, like, 400?
I want to know straight, what's their fascination? What do you think it is?
I think it's this day and age where women have got to be pushed strong and... simpy men is what they're fucking catering to.
No, but look at male managers. They very rarely get involved physically.
Yeah, but
look at male man like that Robert Stone guy. Anytime they get involved, if you look at male like man, anytime they get involved, it's more like a distraction. Or they cause a distraction.
Yeah,
or something.
It's the whole dominatrix fucking gimmick.
You don't see Robert Stone fucking taking out Braun Breaker with a power slam when he's taking on Von Wagner.
No. Yeah, but it's catering to the audiences. We may hate what Rhea Ripley's doing, but see 95% of the sad bastards watching, they fucking love it.
Is it simps that would dream of getting beat up by Rhea Ripley?
Yes.
Is that what it is?
That's what it is.
I fucking despise it.
No, that's 127%.
It's killing wrestling for me.
Well, I mean, it's the final nail in the coffin.
Well,
wrestling's been dead a long time. We've had the service. We're about to lower it into the hole, and Rhea Ripley's fucking...
Like, I know I don't get... I remember that feud, Drew McIntyre carrying Cross. It's like every fucking week you had Scarlett attacking Drew, spraying him in the eyes with like toxic substances, like threw a fireball at him. Literally did everything, and it's like, when's enough?
Come on, Drew.
No, when's enough? The
Scottish Warrior, like, he's getting jobbed out.
What was he just going to let Scarlett do whatever she wanted every single week?
It looked that way.
Is it when's enough when she pulls out a fucking gun and shoots him dead?
It's just, I fucking hate it, man.
I just don't get it, man. I mean, I don't get it. See, back in the day, see if a woman kept getting involved, kept costing a man, she'd be getting fucking the finishing move done to her after a couple of incidents, but now it's just constantly women.
Give me 3-minute warning beating up old pensioners.
How great was that?
It's fantastic.
That's what we need. We need 3 minute. Well, Rosie could come back. I don't think Jamal's really up for it these days, but
Nah, he's dead and buried.
well, that's what they're doing to the men. Anyway, Dominic wins. Final thoughts on that?
I'm glad Dominic won, but not the way he won. But I'm not. He's going to win every match like this, so might as well get used to it.
I hate the Judgment Day. I fucking despise them. They're
Look,
boring. They're taking over wrestling. And they're being talked about as the next big thing. They're going to replace the Bloodline. Apparently, WWE have been monitoring the fuse, and in the quarters that the Judgment Day are in, the quarters tend to spike up. So that's why we're getting the Judgment Day on NXT. That's why we're getting the Judgment Day on SmackDown. We're getting them everywhere, basically. And I don't know. That's not good news for me.
No, I don't get it. But does Dominic really need help against fucking Wesley and Mustafa Ali? At least if this was against Rollins or something. Imagine the heat though if Rhea Ripley was helping him beat Rollins. Even though, like you said, it kills wrestling. At least there's fucking heat there. From Dominic's point of view.
Plus, on a triple threat match, you can still win the match sneaky and not need help from the outside.
Yeah.
You could basically... Someone could hit their finish or do all the work, and then you quickly run in, throw them out, and pin the guy. It's crazy that this was triple threat, yet he still needed so much fucking help for Rhea Ripley.
I know.
But even when you look at how he won the belt, yeah, the Judgment Day got involved, right? Finn Balor got involved, Damian Priest got involved, but Finn Balor caused the distraction, and Damian Priest got took out by Carmelo Hayes. But it was Rhea Ripley's the one that landed the blow on Wes Lee for Dominic to win the match. Why couldn't Damian Priest is the big fucking guy? Why couldn't he have done it?
Because we've got to make Mammy look strong.
You know what, it's pathetic, man. It's fucking always the women beating them up. I honestly do not get it. Let's move on, because I'll just say something that'll get me banned. Let's move on to what was next. It was Tiffany Stratton versus Thea Hale. I mean, when you consider Thea Hale's 18, maybe just turned 19.
Aye, 19, yeah.
And Tiffany Stratton's been wrestling for 2 years max. I mean, this match was good. There were a couple of botches, but let's be real, it's not like every match is botches. Not every match, but a lot of matches today have botches. Brian Alvarez making it as if it's the worst thing he's ever seen on Twitter. On the Tony Khan payroll. Just watch any match for AEW, mate, and you'll see more botches than this.
I fucking hate Brian Alvarez.
I mean, you look at that women's match. He didn't say anything bad about that. Britt Baker versus
Thea,
and that was fucking horrendous. You look at the match last week, the Blood and Guts match. Oh my god, the amount of botches in that was unreal. But of course, Dave Meltzer comes out and gives it 4.75 stars. Is he going to give Tiffany Stratton and Thea Hale 4.75 stars? Probably not. But I thought it was a good, entertaining match.
Let's stop giving Brian Alvarez and Dave Meltzer fucking time of day. Unless it's burying them, which we always do. But well, no, their opinions are irrelevant.
10 reasons why Brian fucking Alvarez sucks.
No, you know,
and Dave Meltzer.
2
for 1 special.
Like, I know we talk about it, but I actually hate the whole gimmick that their opinions matter. They are just 2 guys. They are like me and you rating matches. My opinion means, obviously, right.
Their opinion everyone's opinion matters to them, but it doesn't hold any real fucking. It doesn't hold any real value. It's like I can have an opinion, someone else can have an opinion. Doesn't mean shit at the end of the day.
If Dave Meltzer died tomorrow, it changes nothing.
Like, I can say...
Well, apart from it frees up his mother's basement for whatever needs to go in there.
I could say this NXT pay-per-view was the greatest pay-per-view ever. Meltzer could say it was the worst pay-per-view ever. That it's just 2 different opinions. It doesn't mean Meltzer's right because he's Dave Meltzer. No, this guy's not the holy grail of wrestling.
Uncle Dave.
I mean, there's no... It's all subjective at the end of the day. It doesn't really mean shit. Yeah. It's not like it's a true or false answer. I just don't know why there's so much emphasis on Dave Meltzer's fucking opinions and Dave Meltzer's match ratings. I mean, who gives a shit if Dave like, some people are like, oh, that can't be the greatest match ever because Meltzer only rated it 4 stars. So what, Meltzer only gave one Shawn Michaels match 5 stars?
I know.
I don't give a fuck. HBK is the best in-ring performer of all time. I would say followed closely by Kurt Angle in 2nd place. Just because Kenny Omega, does that mean Kenny Omega's better than Michaels because Meltzer's giving them fake stars?
That's it, buddy.
Bullshit. Anyway, this match was alright. A couple of botches and Tiffany Stratton almost broke her neck, but yeah, so did Carmella Hayes. Guess the champion's got a bit lucky tonight.
The towel got thrown in.
Towel got thrown in.
It wasn't quite Rocky and Rocky 4.
You can definitely see we're doing the whole American theme tonight. Thea Hale came out with the American-looking Captain America kind of attire. Tiffany Stratton came out dressed as Barbie. She had the Barbie logo and all this stuff. Someone had a sign saying Tiffany is NXT Barbie. Tiffany is next Barbie. Get it? I thought it was a pretty cool sign.
Oh, I just got it there now.
But aye, anyway. And it had to get, it was like Barbie, but with the American stars and stripes. So it was pretty great American bash. Yeah, patriotic.
Patriotic, damn it. Where were we tonight? We were in Texas.
I think we were in Texas, aye.
We were Dusty. They kept saying Dusty Roads Country. I mean, come on.
Because I think the Stars, I don't know what, but Stars or something, there's definitely something to do with Stars in Texas, because the Dallas Cowboys have a Stars on there.
No, but why is Booker T like saying it's Dusty? You're fucking for Texas too, Booker T.
I know, but did
Held
Dusty...
the belt more times than Dusty Rhodes.
I think, did Dusty not create the Great American Bash? It's his thing.
Fuck him.
Does he not come up with the name?
That's like saying Pat Parsons. It was Pat Patterson country because he came up with the Royal Rumble.
Well, he kind of did. People credit the Rumble to Pat Patterson at the time,
Yeah,
do they
but
not?
who's more important to the Rumble, Pat Patterson or the like fucking Austin who won it like 27 times?
Well, I'd say McMahon's more important because his company, he made all this shit happen.
Yeah.
But here we can agree to disagree.
Well, he didn't make WCW happen, did he?
Towel comes in. I mean, Thea Hale's back was almost broke. Tiffany Stratton kept trying to apply the Boston Crab, kept letting go. This was watching her trying to apply the Boston Crab was like watching The Rock after a 30-minute match trying to lock in the sharpshooter.
Yeah.
It wasn't great, like.
Wasn't spectacular.
But I think we're going to see Big Duke Hudson. He's not going to be happy with what Andrew Chase is doing. I think Duke Hudson led Chase University his way when Andrew was out, and he's not going to be happy with Andrew's return.
I'd like Andrew Chase to get called up. I'd like Chase Unit, but it's not really a main roster gimmick, is it?
No.
Even though it is.
But yeah, I mean, I don't think Duke's going to be happy with the leader, and because throwing in the towel is a loser thing to do.
That's why he didn't do it.
Oh, yeah, but maybe he should have.
Oh, nah. He did it. Paul wouldn't have forgave him.
Yeah, but did Rocky ever forgive himself?
No, but maybe he valued Apollo more than himself.
But tell you what, Apollo went out on his shield. I respect that.
Nah, his shield.
Gum Shield might have fucking already left his mouth before he hit the floor, but he went on a shield. He went on a fucking stretcher. Coffin.
Stretcher, I maybe wish.
Has anyone got that like a Nigerian meme? With Apollo Crews hitting the deck? Anyway, guys, if you know, you know. If you don't know, then
COVID.
You're not missing out much. Is that where that originated from? Funny, I didn't know. Anyway, main event, guys. Carmelo Hayes with Trick Williams versus Eli Dragunov. I mean, this match was topped off in the main event by the match I just did not care about. I'm not interested in Dragunov, right? He's a serious wrestler, a guy with no gimmick, a guy that only wants to come out and wrestle, and he thinks
and suffer pain and get slapped about.
This guy thinks that he's going to get over and he's going to be great and he's going to be the next Austin by slapping people in the chest hard. That ain't doing shit.
No.
See when Ric Flair does it.
Got Gunther.
See when Ric Flair's doing it, it's good because Ric Flair's got the chop. See when Hardcore Holly's trying to bully somebody, it's kind of funny. See when Benoit's showing that he can chop harder than Ric Flair, it's funny. See when these two guys are just like being like sadistic.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, I'm the bigger sadist, I can take more pain than you. I mean, who wants to watch that really?
No one.
That's not what no one, just us.
No one, just this guy.
Nah, but that's not what wrestling's about.
Your gimmick can't be who slaps the hardest.
See if you want to take pain, David Mick Foley done them, and maybe I'll respect you. Throw yourself off Hell in a Cell.
I'm glad he didn't win though.
Yeah, he didn't win. Trick Williams hit him with the belt sneakily, but I think he done it.
Carmelo Hayes won't be happy about that.
Carmelo Hayes hit the leg drop. Melo doesn't miss, but he did miss the leg drop earlier in the match and he landed on the back of his neck, but thankfully he looked alright. Although I definitely think Tiffany Stratton got concussed earlier. Anyway, Carmelo Hayes won. That is it, guys, for your NXT Great American Bash. I feel like this review's been going on for about 40 minutes now, but we're only about 25 minutes in. Or 22 minutes in, which is...
That's still 20 minutes longer now. I went, I'll give the pay-per-view.
I'll give it. I mean, I like the fact that the family one.
Yeah.
You know what? The entrances were pretty cool. The attires were pretty cool. But yeah, I think a three's fair. I'll stick with three.
I think three's pretty good in this day and age.
Yeah, three's solid.
Three's average. Well, probably above average. I would say two's the go-to rating.
Not for AEW. AEW's like a fucking minus 27 or something.
Aye.
And on that note, guys, we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.